6 spurned women who took revenge. 1. Catherine the Great overthrew her own husband. Catherine married Peter before he became Tsar. Over the years, he descended into alcoholism. He cheated on Catherine and terrorized her. Then his mother, Empress Elizabeth, died. Peter was crowned Peter III. Catherine knew he was unfit to rule. She conspired with the Russian Orthodox Church. She got the Imperial Guard on her side. Less than a year after his coronation, Peter was overthrown. Catherine became empress and ruled for 30 years. Peter was jailed and killed soon afterward. 2. Queen Isabella led an army against her husband. Isabella was French, but at 12, she married King Edward II of England. They lived together happily for years. But then he took on a male lover. The lover, Hewlett Spencer, took over the government. So Isabella convinced Edward to let her visit France. In 1325, she was sent to Paris on a diplomatic mission. Once there, she hooked up with Roger Mortimer. Mortimer was Edward's sworn enemy. Isabella and Mortimer raised an army. They headed to England and forced Edward to abdicate. Isabella symbolically wore widow's weeds. Edward II was killed, and Isabella's son became king. 3. Anne of Cleves outlived the murderous Henry VIII and was King Henry's 4th wife. But their marriage was purely political. Henry began cheating on Anne soon after the wedding and was smart enough to recognize the danger, so she allowed him to annul their marriage. Anne played the part of Henry's sister. She was given property and a big allowance. She outlived both Henry and his other 5 wives, and died in 1557, revered and admired. 4. Tamara of Georgia repelled her husband's armies. Tamara became the sole ruler of Georgia in 1184. This was so unusual, she was sometimes called King Tamar. Then she married Prince Yuri Bogolyubsky of Kiev, but he turned out to be an abusive drunkard. So Tamara divorced him in 1188, sending him into exile. Yuri raised a rebel army but was defeated. In 1200, he allied with the Turks and attacked Georgia again. Tamar managed to defeat him once again. His fate is unknown. While Tamar ruled until her death in 1213, she was made a saint in the Orthodox Church. 5. Caroline of Brunswick got her revenge posthumously. Caroline's marriage to George, Prince of Wales, was a disaster. He often passed out drunk and cheated on her. They separated weeks after their wedding, but in 1820, his father, the king, died. Prince George was crowned King George IV. He tried to prove that Caroline was unfit to be queen. The public was firmly on Caroline's side. The House of Lords sided with the king. Caroline died a year later, but George IV was extremely unpopular. In her tombstone read, "Here lies Caroline, the injured Queen of England." 6. Diana became a star in spite of Charles. Diana Spencer's marriage to Prince Charles was not happy. He cheated on her with Camilla Parker Bowles. When they divorced, Diana was stripped of her titles, but she turned it around by becoming a media star. She secretly gave interviews to Andrew Morden. His tell-all book, Diana, Her True Story, severely damaged Charles's reputation, and it ensured Diana's legacy as the people's princess.